Hi folks, are we good? If you're popping in, can you please see me and hear me? Oh my god, we're gonna have a little crowd today. And I'm just answering some questions, but they're good questions. We're good. Nobody's here yet. What's going on? Am I non-popular? Did I say something on social media that ostracized me again? What's up? Now I see you guys popping in. I see numbers coming in. So, today we're going to answer some questions, and I'm a little bit uncomfortable with the first one. Okay? If you're just popping in, we got, 12 minutes? Let's do what we do. Let's do what we do. Is that too loud? Do the window, guys? Is the noise too loud? You guys can ignore that. That's for my private coaching clients. Excuse me. I better erase it. Erase it before someone does a screenshot. I'm hiding it. Okay, so let's do it. Let's go 10 minutes, okay? Those of you that show up early and show initiative, I may let you screenshot that. It doesn't matter. I'm just explaining why this is becoming obsolete. Why nurture sequencing works. It works, obviously, but lead compounding works better. Not many people do. Oh, look at this. Oh yeah, we're plugging in today. We're going live on everything. So let me do that. Let me get. Let's go 7 minutes. Okay, fair enough. So you guys having a good Sunday or what? We're going on platforms. Come on, Marco. Come on, Marco. Focus. Just so you guys know, the first question is about moving people on other teams or moving yourself on another team in any affiliate program, any network marketing company, any team, any sales team. It's a question I've been avoiding since I begun in any of this stuff, really. I've been stuck in the middle of it. I've done it myself. I've had others do it. I've approved it. I've declined it. I've got enough experience now to know what the answer is. But it's not clear cut. A lot of it's going to have to come from you. Your decision. So, 5 minutes. How does that sound? If I don't set this timer, there will be a babble fest. Okay, so let's do this. Let's get ready for a big show. It'll be an awesome show because I'm kind of going off the cuff a little bit. I took a little bit of notes because the first question I'm going to answer, by the way, keep your questions, please, guys, until the end. I'm going to type them in too, because we are live after all. We are. I'm going to type them in. So as I type in the questions, they will be showing up at the bottom. We're going to try this out, okay? On this asklalonde collection of questions. Because really, I've got 4 or 5 questions that I hand selected, okay, from you guys. There's no favoritism here. This is simply, I'm going to look at the lens. It's weird, eh? I look at the screen when I'm recording, so usually I can see what I'm doing, but sometimes I look at the lens. That's something I need to work on. I should be looking at the lens at all times, not at the screen. That was just like, that just came out. So here's the thing. I'm going to be answering 4 or 5 questions that are super important, and I believe they carry a lot of value, tons of value in the answers. And a lot of these I answer all the time on a one-on-one basis. All the time. So, wouldn't it make sense to answer them on something like this? Okay? I don't like the diva light showing up. Wouldn't it make sense to answer them on something like this? Now once this is done, cutting out those chunks and making 5 episodes of content. Wouldn't that make sense? It does make sense. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to shut the window. What do we got? 2 minutes. All right, I'm going to shut the window so we have better acoustical performance. Look, this is what I do with my mic. That's my... I use the Kleenex upside down, and I just put it on the box of Kleenex. Weird, huh? I'm weird, huh? It's because I need one of those hanging arms for the mic. Because when the mic sits on the desk, it takes the vibration. These are all little things I'm just noticing as I'm rolling out my studio, y'all. You know, my next level of studio. Okay, so we're good. I'm clear. The mic is on the Kleenex box. The sound is good because this will be for an episode. Just really quick, we got a minute, 2 minutes before this is start. Before I shut my window to get a better acoustical performance, they are drilling on Sunday today. So I think we may be lucky so far. Maybe they're off. They're supposed to be off, but apparently they're behind in the condo, so they underestimated the workload involved. So now they're working the weekends. Oh, I'm so thrilled. But there's always a silver lining. I just haven't found it in this situation yet. For those of you who don't know, they're fixing the balconies in my condo. They've been doing it for 2 years. They're doing it for 2 more. But I won't be here next summer. I said that last year. But next summer, getting a house, in case you guys care, because if we kind of have 30 seconds left, getting a house next year. I'm getting employees in the house. I'm renting a house. With a pool, and we're doing like in the Facebook movie, okay? And I have workstations here and there, sales teams. Just start out with maybe half a dozen people, see how that goes. Really laid back. We can eat ice cream at our desks. No, you know what I mean, and just like grow from there. Yeah, make it a house. Turn the house into a little business office. Then we could put all kinds of cool posters and, you know, kind of like a frat house, garage, entrepreneurship center. For an incubator. There we go. An incubator for Branding University. Okay. So, we're good. Let's do this. I'm going to get rid of this. This does not relate to today's content. Oh, yeah, I know. It's going down, right? I'm talking to myself. I'm like, yeah, I know, Mark. It's going down, right? Sorry, guys. I apologize in advance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you guys what the questions I'm answering are first. And then what I will do is I will attack them one by one. Fair enough? Okay, let's get that diva light, get in the right angle. The hair is getting long, right? Look at that thing. It's getting long, but at least it's there. I don't think that hair is going anywhere anyways. I think I'm going to be okay in that department. Okay, whoa. That's got to go. That's got to go. And the questions are really quick because I'm going to use the board today. Mike Capriculio asks, there's the drills. You hear them? Transition. I'm just telling you what the questions are while we're answering today. In case you already know the answers to all 3 of these, you're welcome to leave. No, I'm just saying. It's up to you. You'll get my take on it, though. Transitioning from a full-time job to full-time internet marketing. Do you wait to have everything just right or just make the jump? I love that question. I'll attack that one probably second. Michael Porter asks, on the first day you ever worked in network marketing, which is MLM, multi-level marketing, direct sales, I started that 5.5 years ago. What did you do on the first day? What did I do on the first day? Good question. I'm going to answer that. Another question, what made you decide to start making money online? I'll answer that because I remember the moment. So it'll be interesting. You may get value, you may not. It's my story. And there you go. You're asking questions. You ask the question, I give the answer, like Gary Vee says, right? You ask the question, I answer it. Let's go to Monsef Bujema. How do you use the law of attraction? I wanted to grab that one because a lot of people don't know that I depend on the law of attraction. It's actually one of the reasons why I succeed. It really is. Why is it? Because I believe it is. Whether someone else thinks it's BS or not is non-relevant to me. It doesn't apply. It doesn't matter to me. If I don't believe it works, it's not going to work because it's working. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. So I'll talk about that, how I use it, how I personally use it. I don't overcomplicate it. And the first question, which I'm telling you last, but is the one we're going to kick off with, we're good, is asked all the time. I won't say who asks this one because there's been 7 of you last week that asked. 7 that I picked up in my feeds. Okay? And my email box and my Facebook, and it's pretty where they come in. My email and my Facebook, this one. In groups. Usually private messages. These are not published online, this one. Is the issue of moving someone from one team to the other or getting moved from one team to the other. What the reasons may be you want to do that, whether it's the right thing to do, or they're just asking to do it, if I can do it for them. I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into that one first. So, you guys ready to rock the show? Let's do it. The sound is good? Awesome. Let me get rid of this mumbo jumbo. This is just, yeah. This is one of my perpetual cash machines. This is not public domain, by the way. This is not, I don't teach this stuff on, I don't teach this stuff. This was just for private coaching. Private coaching, is that what I would say? Private coaching is more than private coaching. It's actually private implementation. Who wants a private coaching? Who wants a free private coaching session? Actually, I owe some of you some coaching, by the way, I think. This is getting tough. I'm going to need these whiteboards. These whiteboards, do you need to get some kind of solution to make them... Why are they getting harder to erase every time? Does anyone know that? Why? Why is that? When I first got it, I just gave it and I didn't... maybe the longer you leave the ink on, the harder it is to take off, right? Is that what it is? Let me know in the chat, guys, if you guys have whiteboards. I think that's what it is. This has been on for days. That's what it might be. The ink kind of seeps in a little bit. It comes off, but you got to give it a good scrub. That's what it is. Because I have a whiteboard in the office downstairs and in the boardroom, and I find that in the boardroom, it's because it's public down there. Everyone uses it, and it's like impossible to erase off. You got to use spray and stuff. And I think it's because people just leave it on all the time and don't erase it off properly. Could be the quality of the whiteboard too. Hey, maybe it's time to get a digital whiteboard. What do you guys think? Those are pretty cool, aren't they? I see Grant Cardone's got one. Okay, back to the matter at hand. Okay, guys. Question number 1. I've got it worded in so many different ways, and this is important, guys, but it's going to be completely up to you, and you'll see what I mean by that, okay? Here's the scenario. And this is going to apply for anyone who's building some kind of team, or, no, that's the wrong thing to say. It's not about people who are building, it is about that, but it's about people who are making money residually off somebody they brought into something. That's better, because a lot of things you just introduce somebody to something, and coaching them regularly is not part of the deal. An affiliate program, for example, you're bringing them in, you're showing them something, they're coming in. Some people nurture those people. We're talking about nurturing sequencing. Nurturing people, they coach them, they hold their hands, and some people just plug them in and say goodbye. So, are you responsible for holding their hand the whole way through? In some systems, it's expected. In some systems, if you want to make money, you have to. If it's multi-level, it's in your best interest to properly plug them in. If it's just affiliate stuff where you plug them in and the system trains them, I don't think there's a rule on that. I think you will do better long term if you nurture your people. I do know you will do better long term if you nurture your people. But that could be debatable depending on the product or service. I'm looking at the back of my hair. I need a haircut. That's brutal. Shiny object syndrome with the hair, y'all. So that's what we're going to get into. I'm going to draw it out because it's hard to explain. So I'm going to use fictional people. Fictional names. As a matter of fact, I made a point I need to pick 3 people. So we're going to go with Peter, Paul, and Mary, okay? If I had to pick 2 people, I would probably use Sonny and Cher, of course. If I had to pick 4 people, of course, I would use John, Paul, George, and who's that other guy there? Oh, Ringo. That was a joke. But I would use the Beatles probably. So in this case, we're using Peter, Paul, and Mary. Who knows Peter, Paul, and Mary? Did I give away my age a little bit? We're going to draw it out, guys. Peter. We have Peter, we have Paul, and we have Mary. And I've actually used 3 names that are absolutely not the names of people that have asked me this question. Is the diva light getting my angle right or what? I just want to be well lit. I want this to be well lit, not me. I'm already well lit. I'm already well lit. Okay, so let's say that the company is company XYZ. Okay, so the company can be, the company is someone you're working with. The company is XYZ. Actually, maybe I should use my company as an example. Yeah, that would make more sense. Yeah, that would make more sense. Because I have a company. It's called Branding YOUniversity. Now, keep in mind this. Here, I'm trying to get centered, but I'm used to getting centered. There we go. Better. So that I could talk to you guys like this. When I need the board, I'll move over because I like to be centered. Okay? So, in my company, there is an affiliate component to it. And it's a residual affiliate component. So, in my company, the product is a monthly membership fee of $80 per month that the person has to pay. That's what the company takes in. My company. We could go with XYZ because this doesn't need to be a pitch fest. Mine's Branding YOUniversity. Oops, did I say that out loud? That's Branding YOUniversity.com. If you're looking to make extra money from home or you want to brand yourself, build your personal brand, blah, blah, blah. This shouldn't be for that. It is a Branding YOUniversity webinar. Let's go XYZ. So, the question is, I didn't even ask the question. The question is, can I move, and I'm going to say many people ask this. I won't point the person out as I said. Can I move somebody under my team that doesn't want to be on someone else's team? I'm coaching someone. I want to coach and help and nurture someone, but they're not on my team. So my answer to this is coming up. It's a little long. In my company, we have what we call affiliate partners, but let's go affiliates. It's the term that everyone uses. This could be in anything. Now, if it's not an affiliate, it could be in a sales team where you get a portion of their commission. So you're getting a percentage of what they're either bringing in or paying. Let's go with paying. For this example, we're going to go with straight up affiliate, okay? It's less complicated but the movement of the people is the same, okay? So, in my company, when you bring someone in, they are paying $80 a month to my company. It's 77, but we'll round it off. Now, Peter and Paul are affiliates, okay? Mary is not in yet. This is the scenario. Affiliate, prospect. Perfect. Make sense? Peter and Paul are affiliates. Peter and Paul don't know each other, but they're both affiliates for XYZ Corporation. So Mary is about to come in, okay? Mary is about to come in. Peter somehow brings Mary in, okay? We're going to go with that. Peter either shares his link on Facebook, his affiliate link, either knows Mary, either sends it to his list. Mary happens to be on his list, whatever the case may be. Let's pretend it's a very loose click. In other words, Mary doesn't really know Peter. Let's pretend it's through a Facebook ad. This will be good because Facebook ads are very faceless. Facebook ads are very faceless. Are we good? Okay, this is important here, guys. It's going to get pretty cool. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this answer. So Mary sees Peter's link. Mary, how are we going to do this? Mary clicks Peter's link. And joins. So now Mary is paying $80 per month. And we pay out 75% every month. So on 80, that would be 60. So Peter is making 60 every month from Mary. Is that pretty clear? Oh. That pretty clear? Pretty simple, right? Mary sees Peter's link on Facebook or gets it through the list or Peter approaches her cold or whatever. My point is there's not a tight relationship there. And even if there is, here's where it gets interesting. So far this all makes sense, right? You guys are with me? Now Peter ignores Mary. He's getting his $60 every month. Mary is locked in under Peter now. Okay? She's not getting any help. Peter is not helping Mary. This happens all the time. Who can relate? Who can relate? Who got into a system, any system, who got into a company, any company, they sign up, they're pumped up, they go, I've gone into companies through a link. I want to get this clear here. Peter's link. I want this to be clear because this is going to be syndicated and I get asked this a lot. So I'm going to spend some time on this. Peter's link. Okay. When I first joined my first company, MLM company, network marketing company, I found a leader online. His name was Tony. I liked him. I joined him through his link, and I didn't get any help. Not only did I not get any help, I constantly tried to reach out to him. It's not that I wanted help, I just wanted to say hello. He didn't respond. And other people were willing to help. And they said, just come and join my team, and I'll help you out. You see what this... So who has been in this situation? Who has been a Mary? Who has been a Mary? You join something, you see the promise, you join, and then Peter, your sponsor, is nowhere to be found or is not helping you at all. And you're frustrated because they're getting $60 every month, right? Who's been in that situation? That's about to get even a little more intense here, a little more crazy. I better prepare. Now, Mary's frustrated. She's trying to work this XYZ business because she wants to start getting people for $80 a month, but Peter's not helping her out. So all of a sudden, she notices Paul online. Paul is also an affiliate for XYZ. So Mary sees Paul, and they start talking. They start communicating. There's no ill intent here. There is no ill intent. They're just like, hey, Paul, it's nice to see. You're also with XYZ. I'm with XYZ too. Paul is like, well, Mary, I can help you out. I'm willing to help you out. I'm willing to coach you. I'm willing to give you some tips. Do you need any help with anything? I'd be glad to help you. So Paul starts helping Mary. Okay? Paul's not making any money. Mary's under Peter. Who's been in that situation before? I know I have. I've been on both ends of that situation. I've been on all ends of that situation. I've been a Peter where Marys have joined me and I've been too busy to help them, so the Marys have been getting help from other people. So they left me and went to Paul. Okay? I've been in situations where I was the Mary and I joined Paul. I've been in situations where I was the Paul and I said, it's okay, Mary, get out of Peter and come join me. I'll say why that's not a good thing. I'll say why a lot of this is not a good thing. But I'm telling you, me, speak from experience. Okay? So what do you do? What do you do if you're Peter? What do you do if you're Paul? What do you do if you're Mary? What do Peter, Paul, and Mary each do? Okay, so we're going to start with Mary. What does Mary do? No, we're going to start with Paul. What does Paul do? That's the big one. What does Paul do? Paul's helping Mary, but Paul's not getting paid. Does Paul take Mary under him? First of all, there's 3 things you got to look at. What are the company rules? Number 1. That's not number 1, that's number 4. Well, what are the company rules? Number 1, can you move people around like that? No, you're not supposed to, okay? Just saying. Any company. Peter brought Mary in, it doesn't matter. Peter's getting paid forever. That's the rule, generally speaking. It's always the case. It's always the case. Now, I'm just saying. So what are the company rules? Those are the company rules. Let's keep it at that. I don't know any company who would say, yeah, it's okay, I'll move them for you. If the company's doing that, they're not doing it. I'm not doing that in my company. It's not happening in Branding University. Just so you guys know, don't even ask me about that. It's not happening. If you guys... Okay, I'll lay this out here right now. As the company, if you want to do that, even if Peter's completely ignoring you, and Paul and Mary asks XYZ, which would be me, XYZ, Mark, can I please, can I get moved under Paul? Or even if Paul asks me, if any of these people ask me, even if Peter says it's okay, I'm not doing it. That screws up the whole system. That screws up the whole morals. That screws up the ethics code of what we do. I don't care if Peter, the only reason Mary knows about the opportunity is because she clicked Peter's link. If that's the case, or if that's not the case, it's a system process that's in place. It's a rule. That's a rule that I don't, I'm gonna be honest here. That's a rule that I don't allow, but if I don't know about it, I don't know about it. You hear what I'm saying? I'm not encouraging you to do it. I'm encouraging you not to do it. But if they do it without me knowing, am I going to go hunting for that stuff when I have 100,000 affiliates in our company? No, I'm not going to do that. So if someone asks me, the answer is no, I will not do it. If they ask me if they're allowed to do it, I will not respond. If they decide to do it on their own, in other words, delete their account and re-sign up, because Paul's busting his ass every day with Mary and Peter's not doing anything and collecting the money, well then, if they do that and I don't know about it, even if I do find out about it, I'm oblivious, guys. I'm not getting involved in that high school fighting stuff. I got more important things to work on, like the entire company's vision. I'm not going to get involved in these little scuffles. I just can't. I just can't get into that little stuff. Not to say that your situation is little. The rules are that. These are the rules. They come under Peter. Peter's getting paid. I'm not changing anything in the system to move anybody around. Nobody's getting moved. That's how companies roll. If companies start moving people around, I don't want any part of those companies. You just, that should be obvious, I would think. So, what if Mary cancels under Peter, just cancels her account, and re-signs up under Paul? Well, then that works out, I guess. I don't know about it. You know, like this guy. Like these guys. Here, I'm gonna take my boys out. Hey boys, say hello to the camera. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. That is me. If I don't know what's going on, I'm not going to fire anybody for doing it because I'm going to be these monkeys. I don't know. I'm worried about the big vision. But here's what's going to happen. Well, here's what could happen. If Peter finds out, if you guys all agree on it, do what you got to do. If you feel that's necessary, do what you got to do. It's business, right? I'll tell you what I would do. But as far as I'm concerned, as the CEO, I don't get involved in that stuff. And if you ask me, I just told you my answer. So from that point of view, if I was married, that's a tricky one, okay? Because I've done that before. I've canceled and re-signed up. I've had multiple accounts under multiple people to see who helps me the most, but I didn't tell the company about it. So that's kind of like, I'm not going to answer that one. That's up to you. And I'm still going to say the right thing to do, and I'm standing by this. And this is what I do, and this is how I succeed, and this is how I will always succeed. When you have a servant leader mentality, in other words, Paul helping Mary, and accepting the fact that Peter's getting that is the best move. Just helping selflessly for free. Now Mary may say, I don't like that. I want to pay you. I want you to get my commission. Again, that's schoolyard scuffle stuff. That's, I, as Paul, when in the situations where I was Paul, I not only helped people who were not on my team, but I totally helped on a mass level everyone who was not on my team, which put me where I am today, helping people. Not only would I help people who were not on my team, but I would help Peter in a way because I'd keep Mary involved, and Peter would continue to get his commissions when Mary would have quit otherwise. Now, there's a lot of things that could happen in that scenario. Mary may just leave Peter and go under Paul, but Paul should say what I say. Paul should say what I say and say, no, stay under Peter. And he should say, if you cancel and you re-sign up, I don't want to know about it. That would be better than saying, okay, here's how you cancel here. And I've done that. I've done it the old way. It's not the right thing to do. It's going to come back and bite you. And even if it doesn't come, even if you get away with it, it's not good business practice. It's not a good way of doing that. Because once you start breaking those little rules and getting a little shady with the system like that, you get used to doing those things, and then you break bigger rules and so on and so forth. But a lot of this is in your court. You guys know what I mean, right? Now, if Paul starts helping Mary, Peter might get upset. Peter may be a stupid person. I'm sorry. But I've helped so many people, and they were under other people, and I didn't want the commission. I ordered them. I would, if I was Paul, I would be Paul, and I would order Mary, do not stop, do not get out from under Peter. And then Peter would still get mad. And I'm like, Peter, I'm helping everybody, man. You're not going to stop me from helping everybody, okay? I'm not taking a commission. I'm helping everybody. So what, I'm going to stop helping people on a mass level? Because I'm going to alter my business of helping everybody for free? Because you're telling me I'm not allowed to help your people that you own? Not happening. So there's a lot of stuff like that. What I've done is I've just prevailed because I just kept helping people. And after a while, the people like Peter come to me for help. Okay? I'm telling you, that happened. That happens all the time. I've got haters because their people follow me, and so be it. I mean, how do you win at that game? Help a lot more people. That's how you win. That's how you win at that game. If you're afraid that everybody's leaving you for bigger leaders, people that are more servant leaders, don't try to keep your people in a cocoon. Help more people. There's an overflow of people in the world that need help. They're going to come to you. It's called attraction marketing. When I was doing webinars and sending people to webinars and getting people to get help from other leaders, people would just join those leaders. And I'm like, but I sent you there. So I said, you know what? If I can't beat them, I'm going to join them. How do I get people under me now? I got to help selflessly. And with time, you get that reputation, and people, they literally magnetize to you. So, I don't know if I kind of answered that question, but it was pretty in depth, right? Now, there's a couple of things you may want to consider too. If you're a Paul and you're helping everybody, sometimes the company won't like it. Because Peter won't like it. They're going to go and tattletale to the company like big babies. I was going to get into adultbabydiapers.com, but they'll be like, they're going to Paul. Paul's helping him, and they're my people. I own those people. Then the company, because Peter's got a ton of people under him, the company may make Peter happy and say, Paul, stop helping Mary. Then you're going to have to make a decision. Do you want to stay with that company? Or do you want to look at the big picture, which is your personal brand? Your personal brand. I've been slapped on the head. I've had lawyers sicked on me. Lawyers. because I was helping people that were on other people's teams. Lawyers, I'm just saying. Sometimes the companies are not happy if you're helping everyone. Because why? Because everyone's going to end up joining you. And that's kind of where you have to make a decision. Do I work on my brand, or am I going to still be a slave to the grind? You want to be a slave to the grind to some companies if they pay well, I guess. I'm just telling you my style. And in Branding University, I will never penalize anyone for helping selflessly. But be aware that if you help people selflessly, you're helping people selflessly. If you're helping people selflessly, if you're being a servant leader and you truly want to help, the money attached goes to Peter. Because that's the rule. Okay? And once again, whatever I don't see, I'm one of these monkeys. I don't speak about it. I don't speak about this issue. If you ask me to move someone, I don't see what's going on. And I can't even hear you. Okay? So, did I cover that? Let me see. There'll be some friction if you start moving people around and if you start helping people. But I got news for you guys. There's friction in any kind of entrepreneurial venture, especially if you want to become an influencer and help people on a mass level. Newsflash, haters are going to come. That's just the way it is, okay, guys? Haters are going to come. And we spent a lot of time on that. But that's my answer. I hope you enjoyed it. You have a lot of wiggle room there, okay, guys? You got a lot of wiggle room. But I can't, if people click on a link, even if it was afterwards, the system doesn't lie. The system doesn't lie. And don't worry about the rules. Every company has different rules, whether it's a last touch affiliate program where the link gets overwritten, whether you see who's tagged to you or not, that depends. I can tell you about ours in Branding University, but keep in mind, every company may have a different rule on that, how that works. Some people, when someone clicks your link, they're tied to you for a year no matter what. Now, I'm going to share a little bit about our vision in August. Right now, currently, it's pre-August if you're watching the replay right now. It's May. What is it, May 13th? May 13th, Sunday. Right now, it's a last touch affiliate thing. But once they go under Platinum Partnership, they're locked in. That last touch no longer applies. But here's what's going to be cool. But now if they buy a product or on a launch, you don't get paid. It's the last person who sent their link. If it's you, fine. If someone else overwrote your link, they get paid. That's no longer going to apply. We changed our minds. We changed our affiliate program. So from now on, when you bring someone in the university, you keep them. You keep them. You keep them, like a lot of other systems out there. There was a reason they were doing that. So the new affiliate rules will be talked about probably next month, okay? There we go. We took care of that one. I'm erasing the board, so in case we have to draw for the next question. Let me know if that was clear, guys. In the chat, that'd be cool. I'm going to type in the... I should have typed in that question. I'll type in the next one. Just let me get my cup of tea, okay, guys? I'm going to switch from the Rockstar. It's right there. It's literally outside my door. Give me a sec. Here I come. Ah, there we go. There we go. Ah. Yes, I'm on stimulants all the time. Probably not good. I gotta... Actually, tea is probably more effective than Rockstar. Okay, so, well, let's get rid of this. So, let's type in the next question. Time is flying when you're having fun. Well, the good news is, I don't know if it's good news or if it's bad news, but that was the long one. The other one should be relatively short. We're going to go with, do I leave my job and jump right in? Hair check. Ooh, I need a cut, right? Okay, we're going to type this one in, guys. Let's type it in. This one is, I'm going to type it in, then I'm going to do for the Ask Lalonde show. Mike Capriculio asks, I'll do that. I'll do that whole thing. So the next question is, my question for you, Mark, is transitioning from a full-time job to full-time internet marketing. Do you wait to have everything just right or just make the jump? I'll type that in. So you guys all see it, and it'll show up on all the live streams too. So we're good. You guys hear and see me? Yeah? Okay. Awesome. Transitioning from a full-time job, J-O-B, to full-time internet marketing. Do you wait? Do you wait or do I wait? We'll see about that. To have just right or make the jump. Make the jump. I'll put that in caps. So transitioning from full-time job to full-time internet marketing. Do you wait to have everything just right or make the jump? Enter. Now let me broadcast that. There we go. You guys should see it at the bottom of the screen, right? Okay, there we go. So, Mike Capriculio asks, transitioning from a full-time job to full-time internet marketing. Do you wait to have everything right or do you make the jump? Ooh, that's a tricky one. And that one, Mike, is completely individual. So it's not completely individual. I have a recommendation of when, and first of all, congratulations for even being at that point, state of mind wise. It means you want this. You want to break free from the chains of conformity. You want to go to the beat of your own drum. I commend you on that because less than 1% of people make it. It's probably not what you want to hear, right? That's going to change in our university, though. I see that confidently. So, I'm going to give you a couple of guidelines to when I think is a good time, okay? I would say you don't need to do this full time. You don't need to do this full time. You don't need to do it full time. I would wait until you, first of all, double your income. But that's not all. That's not the most important thing. What's the most important thing is that you have the skills to generate a certain amount of money with a grind, with your daily grind. I'm going to explain what that means. That means, do you have a system and the skills to generate your daily income from your job if you had to get on the phone and hustle and grind. You're not going to have to in internet marketing, but if you have to, can you do it? Can you prove to yourself that in one day, by literally picking up the phone book, not picking up the phone book, but do you have the skills to reach out to X amount of people, no matter how uncomfortable it is, and generate the same income, double the income of your daily job? So let's say your daily job is $100 per day. That's your daily job, $100 per day. That pretty clear? I should have used black, right? Oh, it doesn't matter. You guys can see that. You need to be generating double that, okay, before you quit your job. Now, I didn't do that. I quit my job when I was making half of what I was making. So we're using 100. Me, it was way more. I was making 200 grand a year at my job. So I was making about 20 grand a month at my job. So when I made 10 grand a month in entrepreneurship, online marketing, network marketing, it was network marketing for me. I quit my job, but I had the skills. So if the company went under, I wasn't dependent on the company I was working with here. I was making $50 a day, but I had the skills. So the company did go under, go figure, right after I quit my job. I was only making 10 grand a month in network marketing. So I took a pay cut by half because I hated my job. And I took the jump. But then the company went under and I went, holy shit, I'm screwed. I got to go back to my job. But I so much didn't want to go back to my job that I knew how to hustle. I had to go into vitamin aisles and approach people. So question number one is, do you have the skills to make it happen? And how do you know if you do? So what you need to do, Mike, is you need to, on a Saturday, when you're off work, you need to see, are you able, with all the grind you can put in, are you able to make $200 in a day? Can you do that? Number one. Forget about what you're making. You have to be making double to quit your full-time job. You have to be making double. I didn't, but I'm weird like that. Okay? Not everyone is like me. Not everyone is as risky as me. I don't have kids. I don't have a family. I don't have a mortgage. I didn't. And I had, I don't know what, I had maybe 500 grand saved up. So for me, it was like a no-brainer. And I was spending like a drunken sailor. I'd go out partying, I'd spend 2 grand easy. So my situation was like really risky. Really risky. So I would say not necessarily make sure your income is double. You're going to look at the numbers. Take a Saturday and see if you're able to generate double. Until you're able to do that, and I'll make, in Branding University, I'm giving you guys a shameless plug here, but in the new system in August, the way to get $200 a day, that's acquisition. That's new business. Can you do that? That's not your residual. Your residual is important, but what if I get hit by a bus and the university goes down? Knock on freaking wood, please. I'll have staff and stuff, but what I'm saying is, I think you get my point. That's number one. Do you have the skills to generate that? That's pretty well it, Mike. That's pretty well it. It's pretty well that simple. And I'll tell you guys, I'll tell you all right now, you do not need full-time hours to make $200 a day or to double your income. And if you're not doubling your income, don't go on your vision. It's not safe. I mean, you have to eat, right? Do you have 500 grand in the bank? I did. Like after tax money. That's another thing. There's a lot of variables there, right, Mike? So until you have the skills to go out and get that kind of money, you don't want to quit your job. That's my recommendation. That's my answer, okay? Fair enough? But I'm going to leave you guys with a little something. In Branding YOUniversity, there will be a 7-step process that if you take over and over and over again, you will get good at, and you will be able to generate money on a daily grind. Now, there's a difference between you knowing what the steps are to make this and you making that. If you take the steps, are you guaranteed to make that? No. You have to get good at the steps. You understand what I'm saying? So don't say, okay, I have the roadmap to making 200, to doubling my income, so I'm quitting my job. No. Do it on a Saturday. Do it on a day off. Prove to yourself you can physically do it. And until you can physically do it, don't quit your job. I gotta leave you with that recommendation. I know many of you, it's not what you want to hear, but I'm not gonna ask you. I'm not gonna tell you to quit your job and jump in. I know it's good to make the jump, but you don't need to make the jump in our situation. You can do it part-time until you can make the jump, okay? Fair enough? Can I take the question off the screen? I'm doing that right now. Hope I answered your question, Mike. It's a good answer. It's an accurate answer. Okay. What do you say? Next question? I like this style. And by the way, that's 2 pieces of content I just created for my Ask Lalonde show, guys. It'll bring me leads forever because I'm putting a call to action at the end, right? Always. Well, they're in my custom audience at that point, if they're watching this. How are we doing on time? Well, you know what we're going to get through them all. What I'm going to do, let me do. I'm going to type in the next one just like I did last time. All right, you guys like that? Sip of tea. I'm going to alternate tea and Rockstar. I'm a real junkie, right? No drugs or alcohol here, but and I slowed down on something else too, by the way. I don't know if I should get into this. It's adult content related. I'm going on less dates. Thank you, Ray Tarley, for that information the other day. I researched it more, and I've been going on too many dates. Apparently, it affects your testosterone and stuff like that. Well, I looked into it. Not the time or place for that, but let's just say that a lot of ladies will be disappointed. Inappropriate, Mark. Once a week now. One date per week. I was at a point where I was going on 2 dates per week. 3, sometimes 4. Way too much. It affects your brain. Sorry. Don't know where that came out of. But soon it'll be the caffeine and all that stuff. I'm getting better and better every day. So, 2 solid questions. Should we call it? No, we're going to get one more. How do you use the law of attraction? I'm going to go into that one. Why not? It'll be a quick one. Okay, so Monsef Buyema. I think I got the word right. Let me type it in. It's easy. How do you use the law of attraction? Simple question. Law of attraction. Okay, let me put it in the chat. Good. Okay. Now let me broadcast it on the screen. Here we go. It's right down there. So now we're going to start the show. You see how I do that? We're going to start this episode. Monsef Buyema asks, hope I said your name right. It's either Monsef Buyema or Monsef Bujema asks, how do you use the law of attraction? Well, as a matter of fact, I stick to the basics. Monsef. As a matter of fact, I go even less. The whole ask and receive and visualize. I visualize, but my most powerful asset for that is I act as if. Not fake it till you make it. Not fake it till you make it. There is a huge difference. Do not fake it till you make it. That will come back and bite you. I've never done it because I learned this early, but I've seen others do it. Not good. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. First of all, forget about getting caught and all that stuff. But a lot of people, most people fake their lives. But what happens is if you fake it till you make it, it becomes a habit. And then you fake this, then you fake that, then you fake this. Then you become delusional. And from a success point of view, you're always faking it. So there's nothing tangible there. You're attracting faking it. So you're not manifesting jack. Does that make sense? I hope so. If you act as if, you're not saying anything. The way you carry yourself, the way your confidence is, the way you feel like you already have it is what is going to attract it to you. That is how I use the law of attraction. Now I use affirmations, I use incantations, but those are being used in the morning. I have an affirmation and incantation practice. I say, I go up 20 times a day is good enough for me on any specific affirmation. I write them down and I repeat them to myself 20 times in the morning, right when I wake up in the morning, but I do it while I move. That's how I trigger my law of attraction. And I have like many affirmations that are memorized now, like money comes easily and frequently to me. Every single day I receive huge amounts of money. I love money and money loves me. I am a money magnet. I am a money magnet. I say that 20 times every day. I used to say it more, sometimes a little less. 20 is good enough. It'll take you less than 10 minutes. I say that, but I do it while I move my physical body. Motion creates emotion. It embeds and it gets into your cells more. Now, this is just part of it here because that's done in the morning. That sets up your system. That sets up your subconscious to start believing that you're making that. And you're saying that to yourself. You're not advertising this. This is for your own subconscious benefit. Now, an incantation is quite different from an affirmation. The application of it is not that much different. What's different is the result. It brings things to you faster. It's like law of attraction on steroids, y'all. On steroids. I'm saying steroids because I don't want the word to get picked up on any live feeds and get flagged. So steroids. I'm joking, steroids. It won't do that. I don't think lives are sophisticated enough to say, that guy's talking about steroids. But to be safe, it's like the law of attraction on steroids. Okay. Sip of Rockstar. And an incantation is, because I'm going to get into the act as if in a little more detail here. It's when you're just basically moving. So a walk, a brisk walk, but moving where the heart's beating faster. You could just do like what I do. I touch my elbow to my knee just to get the heartbeat going, and I do my affirmations like that. Like, God's wealth is circulating in my life. His wealth flows to me in avalanches of abundance. All of my needs, goals, and desires are met instantaneously through infinite intelligence. For I am one with God, and God is everything. For I am one with God, and God is everything. That is way more effective results-wise than, excuse me, I haven't shut up, have I? That's way more effective than just saying it in your bed or sitting still. It's called an incantation. I learned that from Tony Robbins. Super effective. So that's part one. But you're only doing that in the morning. You're setting yourself up. You're setting up your subconscious for it, okay? Now, if you guys think this is all mystical and magical and wishing upon a star, well then block your ears, because I'm going to finish this one. This proves to be a fact to me, and without it, I would be dead or in jail. So there you go, okay? And I would not be wealthy, and I would not continue to get wealthy. I use this all the time to reach my new goals. I write new affirmations all the time. I feel like I'm a billionaire. I actually feel like I'm not a billionaire. I'm not even close, but I feel like I am. I know what that feels like. I feel like I am. It's weird. So that brings me down to act as if. Here's how I act as if. Acting as if is something you're doing on a full-time basis after you get used to it. So when you, how can I say this? When you do your affirmation incantations, you're only doing it in the morning. Okay? When you're acting as if, you're doing it full-time, around the clock after a while. You have to remind yourself all the time, what would it feel like? And you have to investigate. You have to investigate. You have to look up people who you want to have. You look up the people who have what you have, and you study them, and you put yourself in those shoes mentally. So if I was making 8 figures a year, would I walk differently? Would I talk differently? Would my confidence be better? Would I have an easier time talking to the ladies? Absolutely, in all those facets. Not the ladies, though. That's never been an issue for me. But it's a good example, though. If you were at that level, would you act a different way? Even to yourself. You would. You would. You would. Before I got to where I am, which is amazing. I'm living a dream life. But right now I'm kind of like, it's no big deal because I'm already thinking of the next level and acting as if I'm acting like an 8-figure earner. I'm not really acting like a billionaire yet because I can't fathom that yet. But it'll come. It all starts here. So I'm acting like an 8-figure earner. As far as I'm concerned, as far as my subconscious is concerned, I'm making 10 million a year, not 1 or 2. I'm making between 10 and 99 million a year, 25-ish a year. That's where my mind is. That's my belief right now. That's my belief. That's my act as if level now. And so am I acting differently am I acting differently as a 25 millionaire per year, 25 million a year compared to 1 million a year? I am. I actually am. I'm like, I would act the same if I was making 25 million a year and helping tens of thousands of people in the process instead of a couple of hundred or maybe 1,000 by now. But if I was helping tens of thousands of people, bringing in 25 million a year, would I act different? Would I, just the way I'm talking to you now? I'm talking to you like I'm an 8-figure earner. That's where my confidence level is, because I've started doing it and I got used to doing it. So now I'm acting as if that's how I would act. I'm just saying, acting as if a $1 million per year, I was making 1 million per year, it was a different way. I was acting in a different way. I was being a different way. So I'm just saying, you have to literally get into that mode and convince yourself that you are subconsciously. Kind of a weird answer, right? That's my answer. There you go. You got enough tips to get going there, my friend. I hope that helps, Monsef. And get your affirmations down if you need to. If you need some, you could start with the money one, because let's face it, get your money situation in check, the rest kind of falls into place with me anyways. Once I got my money situation covered, and I know that I'll always have more money than I need, just once I know that, I do know that now, that's one less thing to worry about. Do you know what I mean? It's not that like it's all about the vanity stuff. It's just once that's off your mind, the money thing, once for sure you know it is, it liberates, it frees up your mind for greater things. Okay? So if you want to know the money affirmation, it's the one that got me off the streets, y'all. You can just go to my blog and look up in my, there you go. Here's very easy. Go to thewealthytrainer.com, go to Mark, the tab called Mark, About Mark. There's a video there. It tells you my story, okay? And the affirmation is there. It's even written down. You can copy and paste it. That's the money one. Okay, next question. Hope I answered your question, Monsef. There we go. There's a clip. There's another Ask Lalonde clip. How are we doing on time, guys? Let me get it off the screen, actually. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, you know what? It's the board. It's getting harder to erase. Hey, you know what, guys? Did we answer 2 or 3? We answered 3. We answered 3. 3 good ones. Well, they're good in my opinion because I know they work. So, guys, you know what we're going to call it? We're going to call it a Sunday. We're going to call it a Sunday. Okay, guys? That's 3. We'll get to the other ones probably on a Facebook Live, or I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to answer the other ones on an Ask Lalonde show because, to be honest, I am, and this is not an excuse, I'm actually so into the new Branding YOUniversity, diving in. The developers, me, myself, and I, and sometimes little Larry will chime in up there. We're in it deep. We're in it deep. And I'll tell you what my intentions are. Do you guys want a preview? No, I can't give you a preview. I'm going to save it. Maybe next weekend. Maybe next Sunday. Maybe next Sunday. Do you want a little glimpse of the new affiliate structure? Do you guys want a little glimpse of the new university next weekend? I think you do. I'm going to say a couple of things. We're going to be the leading platform for personal branding in the world. We will. There's not really anything out there that's strictly online personal branding. I'm talking like, guys, for every passion, every single, It's not necessarily about monetizing your passion anymore. We're switching it up again. We're pinpointing it. It's about branding you, no matter whether you want to monetize or not. What if it's about you wanting to raise for a charity? That's kind of monetizing. What if it's about you wanting to be well known and not making money, just be well known? So you're not monetizing. So it's not about monetizing in all cases. And it may not even be your passion. Here's an example of it not being your passion. What if your thing is you happen to be good at sales? What if you're very good at sales? You're good at it. You're an expert. You could sell anything. Maybe your passion is cooking, but you suck at cooking. Are you going to brand your cooking, or are you going to brand your thing? You know? So you can do both. But when I say monetize your passion, it's not all about that. It's about branding you. It's about you being the brand. You as a person. So it doesn't matter what you do. That's the channel you'll use, because you have to brand yourself as something, but you will be the person. So whether you're teaching someone how to play guitar and you're being the guitar teacher, people are not going to follow you because of your lessons. You can get lessons anywhere on YouTube. Most of the content out there you can find, but you cannot find. So yes, you will pick a niche for your vlog. I can't wait to show you guys the example vlogs we're going to have of real people with their thing. Okay? So maybe we'll touch that next week. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I sure did. I had fun today. I like doing these QA things. So guys, I'm going to leave you with that, okay? Have an awesome Sunday. And if you twist my arm, maybe we'll have a preview next week of the new Branding University, which, by the way, will be launched August 20th. I was going to say August 20th, 1972. It's my birthday, by the way. We're launching it on my birthday. I'll be 46. But we're going to launch it earlier for us. But we're going to have a marketing... on August 20th, we're going to have a launch party where we're going to go crazy with a huge promotion. We're going to... Oh, you'll see. I'll share with you guys next week. But for us, we're going to open it up earlier. Like... Hey, maybe next month. Who's ready to start using it next month? And you could start making money with it right away. But I mean, when I say public launch, let's launch it early if we can, right? But the launch will still be August 20th, because that's what I've marketed it as everywhere. I want to have thousands of people on our launch webinar, and I want you to invite hundreds of people yourself for that launch webinar. As a matter of fact, I'll start making a capture page for it now, for that day. Just a special webinar for the launch on August 20th, okay? Try to get 100 people to show up. Try to get 200, because I'm going to close everybody. I'm going to give them an offer. I'll try to do my Marlon Brando. An offer is a kind of refuse. I'll give them an offer is a kind of refuse. Okay? Okay. I was going to say, that was a great impression. Give them an offer to confuse. This is bugging the crap out of me, this little hair in the back. Yeah, gonna get trim. So guys, thanks for tuning in. It was an awesome Sunday. I had fun. Maybe next week we'll open up the Branding University and give you guys a little preview. Okay, bye guys. I always sign off like this lately. I will see you all on social media. Bye bye now.